Okay, I think I'm back on. I'm sorry I lost you. Might have been the angels. There's a lot of energy in the house right now. So anyway, so when I went back and started editing the blogs, I could see the enormity of everything in chronology, in sequence, and the last few years. And I thought to myself, um, I'm not the only one who's going through these things. I am definitely part of a global thing going through this stuff. But in looking at the enormity of it, what it taught me was that everything that happens to us is preparing us for someplace. And I actually put something online about that on Facebook about everything that's happening to us is preparing us for what we've asked for. And boy, is that so true. So now let's go back to the present time. We have this beautiful Taurian energy, this Taurus energy, where Uranus is going to be in Taurus for 8 years, doing all the changes and things that it needs to do. We're going to have the new moon in Taurus exactly when Uranus goes into Taurus. Huge energy, huge energy. And we're going to have Mercury in Taurus. What does all this mean? It means that the universe is coming together to give us the perfect platform for manifestation. Whatever you're trying to accomplish in your life, whatever you've been trying to accomplish in your life, now is the time. Because just like I was saying before, that Taurus energy is all of our senses. Well, when we manifest with Taurus energy, it's very, very powerful because it's all of our senses in heightened awareness. So what that means is that we have now more of a time than we have ever had with the acceleration of the universe and the acceleration of us as a species, the acceleration of our God energy, of all of it, to really create everything that we want to create. So my advice really to you is, hi John, my advice to you really is prepare for the 15th of May. Do a new moon ritual. Even if that just means being quiet out in nature, putting your feet in the grass and coming from somewhere where you can really feel the energy and manifest and visualize what you want. Visualization is huge right now. If you can visualize anything, you can manifest it. I truly believe that. And when I say manifest, I'm talking about something for your highest good. When we pray or manifest, it's not, I want a red Mercedes. It's, if you need a car, it's bring me the car that I'm supposed to have to get me where I'm supposed to go. That's how you manifest. If you want to change something in your life, you want to change a relationship, you want to change a job, you want to change something material, you visualize that and know that their intention is for your highest good and it will come to you. The other part of this Taurus energy, because we're so in the five senses, and that's what Taurus energy is, it grounds us deep in the earth, it grounds us in our stability, it grounds us in the things that we value the most, is really take some time to stop. Just like I had said before, I know the videos were interrupted, I don't know if there's a way to put them together, but just like I had said before, that only when I went back and read a lot of my blogs did I see the enormity of everything that the universe had really used to transform me. Well, we don't stop. We get in the traffic, we get in the line in the store, we get in the I gotta make dinner, we get in the I didn't do the laundry, I gotta pick the kid up, I gotta walk the dog, I gotta go to the veterinarian. We get in all of that and we forget to go into the meaningful. And the meaningful is the quiet, the stillness. When we go into the stillness, we actually change our physical body. We change endorphins. We can heal things that ail us. It's very important for us to, in this next couple of weeks till the end of the month, to go into the stillness. Even if that's having a cup of coffee on the deck in the morning or going out and watering the vegetable garden in the evening, you need to go into the stillness. Very, very important. I can't stress that enough. Because in that stillness, if you can go into the senses and really think about what do I value in my life, what is valuable to me in my life, what creates value for me. For me, it's very valuable to me that I come home and put on meditation music or classical music or quiet or beautiful music, and I prepare a meal and I eat high vibrational foods. I don't eat anything packaged, prepared, frozen in a can, in a jar. I only eat high vibrational foods. And that's a value to me. I love that time. I look forward to it every day. I look forward to eating my lunch in the park and having this beautiful healthy salad in the park every day. it becomes a high point. It's something I value. I stop and I look at the way the wind moves the trees, and I think about my life and where do I want to be and what do I want to do and what do I want to grow. That is meaningful. That is the meaningful. We get so caught up in the Scorpion fear that we forget to go into the Taurian senses. We forget to go into the meaningful of our life. Sit and watch your children play. Sit and watch your husband watch a ball game and see the joy on his face, the relaxation. Sit and watch your dog just relaxing. I love to watch my dog sleep. I know this all sounds really corny, but these are the things that I value. I had a Reiki circle at my home Tuesday night. And like I just said, Paul John had given me, he sent in the mail this beautiful crystal because we had just casually had a conversation weeks before at a meditation about this particular crystal. And here it is weeks later, the man sent one to my home for me. How did that happen? Because he's present in his life. He listens to conversation. And in that presence, he values certain things and makes the time for them. During our Reiki circle, a lot of the ladies came in. I hadn't seen them in several weeks. And they brought me gifts, like little bracelets and things like this. And I was completely bowled over. It felt like it was my birthday because those people are present in their life and value our time together. Our Reiki circles have become a joy for all of us and a heart link and a connection. So we've honored them by being present there. That's the meaningful. So this energy is heightened awareness, and it's really easy to get into the chaos and the, oh my God, Uranus is going into Taurus, something's going to happen, and I feel fear, I feel anxiety, this is a huge shift in the earth, and oh my God, what's going to happen? Or you can use this energy and say, wow, I'm really tuned in. I really have heightened awareness here. I'm feeling stuff I never felt before. Let me feel more joy. Let me feel more secure. Let me put this energy into the things that are valuable to me in my life and create the meaningful. So that's really what this energy is about. We can go over to the side of like how to best use it, and it'll make your meditations heightened and all that, and it will. And use it that way, but then bring it down to your everyday life. Taurus is our everyday life. It's our earthly life. And don't let that Scorpion energy, which is the polarity of Taurus, bring your fears up. And if it does, use the love and the joy and the high vibration to look at that fear and bring out what you need to bring you to a higher place. And where is that fear supposed to bring you? I love you too, Miss Donna. So the other thing I wanted to add to that, and I want to talk about fear for a few minutes, is Jupiter is in Scorpio right now. And Scorpio, like we say, brings up a lot of fear and things like that. I have a very, very, very strong Scorpio in my chart. So I know about fear, okay? It has been my quest in the last 8 years to live in a love-based mentality and not allow fear in my life. It's very, very difficult to do that. But Al the shaman, if those of you who know Al from the Sacred Stone, I love you, Al. One time I went to him and I was having anxiety, and it was kind of weird because I hadn't had anxiety in years because I was so spiritual. I was meditating every day and I was in woo-woo. So I didn't really care about a lot of fear. I didn't even think of it. So I was starting to get fear again. I had taken a regular job and I was back in the 3D world, and I went to see Al and I'm like, Al, I have all this anxiety. And he sat down and he looked at me in that way of Al has, and he said, anxiety isn't real. Just like that, anxiety isn't real. And I thought to myself, oh my God, he's right. I forgot. Anxiety isn't real. Anxiety is something we create. Just like a nightmare, we've created that. We've created that in our life. In the last 8 years, I had a lot of loss. A lot of things fell away from me. That was my transformation into who I am now. And I thank God for all of it. Do I miss certain people and certain things? Absolutely. I had a lot of loved ones who passed. And I miss them, even though I talk to them every day. But the truth is, a lot of the things that I lost weren't good for me anyway. They were situations I created. And so if you're in a lot of fear, go back to what I was just saying before about going into the meaningful. What do you value in your life? What's really valuable? Because the fear is the opposite of that. And chances are whatever you are fearing in your life is something that is a control issue that is not good for you anyway. If you're fearing the loss of a relationship, let it go. If you're fearing the loss of a job, let it go. If you're fearing the loss of a home, a location, a situation, let it go. Because the fear of that is controlling you. And I'm going to tell you that it's the God's honest truth. And in this energy, you have the ability to manifest the opposite. You have the ability to manifest the meaningful and the valuable and what you value. So come out of that fear. Let it go. Let it go. Okay? And that was about what I wanted to talk about tonight. So in letting go of, there's one thing I want to say in closing. I just talked a little bit before about, hi Odette. I just talked a little bit before about staying in a high vibration, the way I do that every day. You know, I take time to go into the meaningful. I eat high vibrational foods. I really try and live a clean life, which if someone had told me that 8 years ago, I would have thought they were nuts. But that's what I do. It's natural for me now. I value it. I don't judge anybody. We all have ways that we live. If you want to eat a box of Pringles, I don't care. Eat a box of Pringles. But this is what I'm going to say to you. The higher the vibration we're in, the less fear you have. If you really want to end anxiety and fear in your life, go into the high vibration and try and live in a high vibration every day. Everything in the world is vibration. Everything is energy. It's going to vibrate. So try to make it vibrate high. The other part of this energy that's very strong is acceptance. This energy is about us stepping into our purpose. And that's the higher vibration of Uranus. It has sudden unexpected change because it wants us to step into our purpose. It wants to create that change. It wants to create creativity. Uranus and Taurus very much wants us to to be creative for our purpose and step into our purpose so that our foundation is secure. Okay? So the first step in that is accepting ourselves. Be who you are bravely. Don't apologize for who you are. Be who you are meant to be. Let go of the fear to step into that. That is so what this energy is about. It's shaken us all up to give us heightened awareness in our minds, in our hearts, in our soul, in our solar plexus, in our chakras, because it wants us to walk towards our purpose. It doesn't want us in the closet, in a ball, in the fetal position, in fear. Jupiter in Scorpio is heightening that because it wants us to look at that. It wants us to look at that shadow. It doesn't want us to live there. It wants us to live in our purpose. And part of that is going through the shadow to find that purpose. I hope you all understand that. The first step in that is accepting yourself for what you are and who you are meant to be. It took me a long time to unveil the fact that I'm a healer and I do healing work. Why, in my 3D world, where I am in an executive position and I'm in charge of a lot of people, why would I want to hide the fact that I work with cancer patients? Makes no sense. But I felt I would be judged if people thought I was an energy worker. How crazy is that, really? How crazy is that? That I work in love, that I'm hiding that. No more. This is who I am. I'm an energy worker. I believe in the power of spirit. I believe we all can work miracles if we raise the vibration of this earth together. You might think that's Pollyanna-ish, but believe me, I'm well aware of the dark side of the world. I have walked in it. I have met it head on, and I know it exists, but I choose not to live there, and I want everybody to choose not to live there. Hi, Donna. So go into the meaningful. Go into those things in your life that are valuable. Leave the fear. Leave all the other stuff behind. This energy in Taurus, this Uranus going into Taurus, the new moon in Taurus, Mercury in Taurus, is giving us all the power we need to manifest the life we want. So let's do it. I love you all. Does anybody have any questions or comments or anything they want me to answer before we say goodnight? I guess not. Okay. So if anybody wants a personal reading, please reach out to me. I also am in the process of trying to schedule a more mainstream Reiki healing. I do a lot of Reiki circles for cancer patients and things like that. Thanks, Donna. I do a lot of things for cancer patients, and because I am a survivor and all, and I want to do Reiki circles for just all of us. I would love to have an event where all of us light workers get together, because I think that we really need nurturing. And that was what I wanted to say. I almost forgot. Nurturing. It's Mother's Day on Sunday, and when we did our Reiki circle on Tuesday, I brought in all the energy of the mother and the divine feminine and all of that beautiful unconditional love that we all have. And one of my things, I've said it in other videos, is nurture yourself. Give yourself that beautiful unconditional love of mother, even if you didn't have a mom or your mom maybe wasn't so nurturing. My mom is passed over. Many of my friends' moms are passed over, and we brought in that beautiful energy. And I want to say that something beautiful happened on Tuesday, a couple of beautiful things. Some of the ladies that came actually during the Reiki circle actually felt their pain leave them. So Reiki really does work. Energy healing really does work. It's becoming more and more mainstream. But one of the things, I had a personal experience on Tuesday, and I just want to talk about really quick. You know, Tuesday was a duality kind of a day. It was like bad, good, bad, good, bad, good all day. And I felt like this illness coming on that I had the last couple of days, but I didn't want to cancel my Reiki circle. I thought it was allergies. I don't do Reiki when I'm sick, but I had 3 other Reiki helpers coming to me. We had a great night. So I'm like, I'm not going to cancel. We'll just make the best of it. So then I come home and I'm feeling really under the weather, and I get this crystal from John Paul randomly in the mail. Thank you so much for being present in our conversation, John. And it was really divine timing because I meditated with this crystal and I felt renewed. I felt great strength. And I actually even used it during the Reiki circle. And then all the ladies come in and I'm getting charged up from them because these women over the last 3.5 years, you know, the group has changed. I have been so inspired by the feminine energy, by the beautiful energy of these ladies and Babylon Breast Cancer Coalition, the caregivers, the people in treatment, all of us. It is so amazing to me to see someone who is just in the throes of disease recover and reach back to help the others. And it's just such a sisterhood. I can't even tell you the rewards that this has given to me in my life. I'm going to cry. But the ladies came in and gave me little gifts. So the whole energy of the day just completely changed that night. And then I was giving Reiki to one of the ladies, Terry, who is one of the coordinators at BBC. And I felt my mom in the room. You know, my mom is passed and I was very close to my mother. And after I gave Terry Reiki with a couple of the other caregivers, she said to me, I keep hearing that song in my head by Josh Groban, You Raise Me Up. That was my mom's favorite song. I'm going to start crying. And so I knew my mom really was there, and that was a sign from my mom. We played that song. We had a pianist come and do it at her funeral, and there wasn't a dry eye in the house. And it's just such a gorgeous, gorgeous song. And I remember when I was in a very, you know, kind of shadowy place in my own life a couple of years ago, I was gardening one day and I had my earbuds in, music playing, and it was a beautiful sunny day, gorgeous sky with big puffy clouds, and that song came on my playlist, and I just laid in the grass and looked up at the clouds moving and kept hitting that song 5 or 6 times and just took time out because my task in those days was trying to be so fully present in my life. And it's a perfect story and a perfect example of how when we're present, the signs come, and we're so blessed, and we have so many beautiful, beautiful miracles every day that happen to us. And so that's what my wish is for all of you this Mother's Day weekend. Nurture yourself, and that you have some experience like that in some way where you just feel that beautiful, nurturing mother energy come in and take hold of your heart and give yourself some beautiful golden light and love, right? So thank you so much for watching. This is my life purpose. I source my life by the energy of all of you and the energy of the connections. So please do check out GeorgiaRoseConnection.com. Check out the Rose blog. Your comments mean everything to me because they actually propel me along on my journey and make my life my teacher and my friend. Thank you so much. I hope to talk to you guys soon. Do a ritual for the new moon on the 15th. You won't be sorry. It's a great way to manifest. There's so much energy. And if you have any questions or comments, you can find me on GeorgiaRoseConnection.com. I'd love to do a private healing or reading for you. Thank you so much. I love you too, Kat. Love everybody. Good night.